You didn't chase, you didn't impress, you just spoke one sentence from stillness and it made her lean in. Real power isn't loud. It's one quiet phrase, spoken without need, that makes her feel seen and powerless to resist. No games, no flattery, just one line forged in calm that separates a stoic man from the rest. Will you use it or stay forgettable? Welcome to Stoic HQ, where ancient wisdom meets modern masculinity. Today, we're diving deep into a phrase that holds unbelievable power in the realm of attraction. A phrase that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't flatter. It commands respect. It invites desire, and it flips the dynamic from you needing her to her realizing she needs you. You've probably tried saying the right things, impressing her, proving your worth. But what if the real secret isn't about giving her more? It's about showing her you're already whole. In a few minutes, I'll reveal the exact words and why they work with almost any woman when spoken like a true Stoic. But first, we need to understand why most men fail without ever knowing they're doing anything wrong. The Stoic truth about attraction. Let's set the record straight. A Stoic doesn't chase, he attracts, not by accident, not by playing games. He attracts because he has mastered the one thing most men lose the moment they see a beautiful woman: emotional control. In a world obsessed with quick tricks and manipulative dating tactics, the Stoic man operates on an entirely different level. He isn't reactive. He doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't crumble when she pulls away, because his sense of self doesn't rely on anything outside of him. Not her looks, not her validation, not even her presence. This is what makes him powerful. When most men get ghosted, they spiral. When she delays a text, they panic. When she flirts with someone else, they try to one-up the competition. But the Stoic, he remains centered. He observes. He stays grounded in logic. He doesn't chase chaos. He invites peace. That inner peace is intoxicating. It's what women notice, even if they can't explain it, because it's rare. In a sea of men desperately trying to impress, the Stoic man stands out by doing nothing performative. He is still. And in that stillness, he commands attention. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it." Think about that. It's not the woman who causes your anxiety. It's how you perceive her power over you. It's the meaning you give to her silence, her interest, her beauty. But a Stoic detaches from all of that. He doesn't allow himself to be ruled by outer noise. And here's the paradox. The less you seek to impress her, the more impressive you become. Not because you're playing hard to get, but because your attention is genuine, but not needy. And your presence is felt, but not forced. Women are drawn to that kind of quiet power. The man who doesn't fumble to find the right words. The man who can sit in silence with her and not feel the need to fill it. The man who can walk away, not out of anger, but out of peace. That's the Stoic energy. It's magnetic. It's grounded. It says, I have options, but I'm intentional. I could leave, but I choose to stay. I don't need you, but I value you. That's rare. That's powerful. And that creates the tension that makes a woman lean in and ask, who is this man? And why do I want more of his energy? So now the real question becomes, what's the one thing a man grounded in this unshakable mindset can say that captures her heart without even trying? Let's go deeper. The phrase that changes everything. What's the phrase that no woman can resist when spoken from a place of calm, unshakable presence? It's this: I don't need you, but I choose you. Now let that sink in. It's only 8 words, but it carries the weight of a man who knows himself. Let's break it down. I don't need you. These 4 words alone will shake most people. Why? Because they come from power, from freedom, from wholeness. You're telling her, my happiness doesn't depend on you. My identity doesn't depend on you. I'm already complete. That's confidence, not the loud, arrogant kind, but the quiet kind, the kind that says, I can walk away, not because I want to, but because I can. This is non-attachment. It's what separates the Stoic man from the emotionally frantic boy. The boy clings, the man lets go, and allows her to come to him on her own terms. And that kind of freedom, that kind of internal stability, it's rare, and it's incredibly attractive. But I choose you. Now here's where the magic happens. This second part shifts the energy. It softens the strength without weakening it. It says, I'm not here because I have to be. I'm here because I want to be. Out of all the people I could give my energy to, I'm giving it to you. That's intentionality, that's presence, that's value, not just in her, but in yourself. You're offering her something precious. Your attention, your presence, your time, without obligation. It shows that your interest isn't rooted in desperation. It's rooted in discernment. This is the Stoic way. The Stoic does not cling. He appreciates without depending. He doesn't say, I need you to complete me. He says, I am complete, and I'd love to share that completeness with you. There's no pressure in that energy, no games, no manipulation, just truth, calm, presence. And that's exactly what draws people in, especially women. Because when a woman hears, I don't need you, but I choose you, from a man who truly means it, she doesn't feel objectified. She feels seen, she feels safe, and most of all, she feels drawn into your world, not because she has to be there, but because she wants to be. Let's get into the psychology behind this. Why do the words, I don't need you, but I choose you, trigger something deep in a woman's mind and emotions? It comes down to masculine frame versus neediness. A man in his masculine frame is rooted, unmoved, and self-led. He doesn't try to force connection, he holds space. And most importantly, he never chases validation. Neediness, on the other hand, is repelling. It says, I'm not okay unless you approve of me. And that energy is heavy. It suffocates, it drains, it pushes people away, even when your words are sweet. Attraction thrives in space, not suffocation. Women don't want a man who clings. They want a man they can trust to stand on his own. Now here's where it gets interesting. The paradox of detachment and desire is that the less you need her, the more she wants to be around you. Why? Because emotional independence feels safe. When a man doesn't need her to fix him, validate him, or rescue him from loneliness, he becomes a source of peace, not pressure. And women gravitate toward that peace like a flame in the cold. Here's a quick study to prove it. In a psychological experiment, women were asked to rate men based on short video interviews. The highest scores didn't go to the richest or the most physically attractive. They went to men who displayed signs of emotional independence, men who didn't over-explain, didn't overshare, and didn't seek approval. These men were rated as more trustworthy, desirable, and dominant, all signs of high-value presence. It's not about being cold, it's about being whole. And when you say, I don't need you, but I choose you, you're delivering that message not just in words, but in the energy behind them. You're communicating, I'm safe, I'm grounded, I'm here because I want to be, not because I have to be. And in a world full of noise and insecurity, that quiet strength is irresistible. Here's the truth. The phrase, I don't need you, but I choose you, isn't just about the words. It's about how you say it, or sometimes how you don't say it at all. Because when it comes to real attraction, your energy speaks louder than your mouth ever could. Let's break this down. Voice, tone, body language, and timing. You could say the most powerful words in the world, but if you say them with shaky voice, darting eyes, and rushed delivery, they lose all weight. True Stoic energy comes from stillness, from control. When you Speak, your voice should be calm, grounded, measured. There's no rush, no desperation, just intention. Your body language, open shoulders, relaxed jaw. Eye contact, not a stare down, but a soft, steady gaze. You're not trying to impress. You're allowing her to feel your presence. And timing, that's where mastery lives. Sometimes the most attractive thing you can do is pause. Let your words hang in the air. Say less, mean more. Let silence do half the talking. Confident versus needy. Delivery. Let's take an example. Needy. I mean, I really like you. I don't know, I feel like I need you. Confident. I like spending time with you, but understand, I don't need this, I choose this. The needy version seeks approval. It asks her to lead. The confident version leads with truth and offers space for her to step into it or not. She can feel the difference. One makes her pull away, the other pulls her in. Stoic stillness versus reactive energy. The Stoic doesn't overreact. He doesn't explain himself endlessly or try to control how she feels. He responds but never chases. If she pulls back, he lets her. If she tests him, he doesn't flinch. He remains centered because he knows that how he shows up says more than any clever line. You can live the phrase, I don't need you, but I choose you, just by the way you carry yourself in a room. The way you listen instead of talk. The way you let her speak without jumping in to fix or impress. That stillness, that restraint, that's masculine energy fully activated. It's what Stoicism looks like in real life, and it's unforgettable. Now let's take this from theory to real life. When should you actually say, I don't need you, but I choose you? And how do you live it out without sounding like you're playing games? It's simple. Say it when it matters. Back it up when it counts. When to say it. When she tests you, women will test your emotional stability, not to hurt you, but to see if you break. That's when you calmly say, look, I'm not here to convince you. I'm here because I choose to be. That one sentence, delivered with stillness, destroys the need for drama. You're reminding her, you're solid with or without her approval. When she pulls away, don't chase. Don't panic. If she distances herself, you let her, and if she comes back with confusion or hesitation, you say, I wasn't waiting, but I'm here, by choice, not by need. This communicates maturity, confidence, power. It's what separates boys from men. When she's emotionally unsure, relationships aren't always certain. Sometimes she'll ask, what are we? What do you even want? That's your moment. With calm energy and zero neediness, say, I don't need this to feel whole, but I choose this because it feels right. That clarity, that lack of emotional bargaining, that's rare and magnetic. How to back it up with action words are air unless you're ready to live them. A Stoic man doesn't bluff. He doesn't use power phrases to manipulate. He uses them as mirrors of his truth. So if you say, I don't need you, then you must walk away calmly when respect disappears. No raised voice, no emotional collapse, just stillness. And here's the paradox. Because you're not afraid to lose. You often never do. That energy, it tells her, I've already won within myself, and in a world full of men trying to prove their worth, you become the one man who doesn't have to. Because your actions, your calm exits, your non-reactivity, your deep presence prove everything. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever said something like, I don't need you, but I choose you? Or maybe a different phrase that held the same energy? How did she respond? Drop your story in the comments below. I read every single one. If you want more lessons on Stoic attraction, emotional control, and masculine presence, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Remember this, the Stoic doesn't use words just to impress or to chase approval. He uses words to reveal his truth, and when spoken with calm power, even just one phrase can make you unforgettable. If you want to dive deeper into this, check out the next video, Why Women Chase Men Who Master This One Habit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.